Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Monday, August 14th, Lebanon Redevelopment Commission meeting. We will begin this meeting as we do with each meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you very much. And please note, we have all of the voting members present. Mr. Parks was unable to join us this evening. And that brings us directly to a note from Tanya.
So I have July 10th, our regular meeting, and then we met on a special meeting on July 14th for just 10 minutes. So
Right.
we can approve both of those.
Correct.
For all those that were present on the 14th.
All three of you. All right, so let's probably do this separate and do let's do July 10th, which is the regularly scheduled meeting. So I would entertain a motion on the regular July 10th minutes.
I'll make a motion, we approve the minutes, right,
I'll second that.
for July 10th?
Got a motion and a second on the regular minutes. All those signify with an aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. That one does carry. And then for the special meeting, looks like the attendance was,
Corey and Dick were absent.
Right.
So we had John, Keith,
everyone but Corey and Dick.
yeah,
Corey abstains.
yes. We need a motion to approve.
And this would be for the July 14th special meeting minutes.
I move we approve minutes for the July 14th special meeting.
I'll second that. Motion and a second. All those in favor signify with an aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. That carries as well. Whew. Hardest minutes we've approved all year, I tell you. All right, so that brings us to old business. I don't see any old business on the agenda, so we'll move straight into new business. First up is going to be a conversation about 124-126 North Lebanon Street. This is a request for proposal presentation, and Mr. Derek Warren.
Good evening. I know we've been talking about this for several months now, and before I get started, just want to say that it's Claire Colette's fault at the EDC, not mine. No, just kidding. So, no, I'm just kidding. So, the Boone EDC, planning staff, we've had meetings along the way to get to this point. Obviously, we had meetings last year to discuss the purchase of it and, the future plans. And here we are, releasing the request for proposals for basically redevelopment, preservation of 124-126 North Lebanon Street. So in the packet you received tonight is the RFP. I'm happy to read it word for word, or I can touch on the highlights, answer any questions that you have, and go over. Tanya says read it word for word. Okay.
We love it. Way up here at that 100,000 foot mark.
Okay.
We love that.
We will, we did have one typo that we had wrong in the RFP, and it was the Indiana code that was referenced. So about halfway down the first page, Indiana code 36-1-11 is the wrong code. It should be 36-7-14, and we will correct that before we send this out. The posting dates for the RFP are the 19th of August and the 31st of August, so we will post that twice. Per the state requirements. In the 36-7-14 Indiana code, we were required to have two appraisals to purchase the property. And that is what we have listed as the offering price. Offers may be received and submitted until 3:30 p.m. on October 10th is when those will be due. You see some of the outline of what we're looking for, a proposal narrative. We want to see things that are aligned with the city goals in this narrative, the feasibility, the financial viability of the project, the bidder's plan and ability to improve the property with a reasonable promptness, which I think is important to everyone. The bidder's renovation plan should include a detailed approach to historic preservation and the measures that will be undertaken to design a facade project that will restore the structure to a building that is complementary to the design guidelines adopted by the Lebanon Historic Preservation Commission for the Lebanon Historic District. The one thing we've talked about in here that the interested parties will need to be mindful of is the lease that is still active for Paradise Shaved Ice. That lease is through April 30th of 2026. So we have asked the proposed applicants to include some language on how they would work with Paradise Shaved Ice to, accommodate what they need, but also possibly get them into a better space. Throughout this process, as we've been in the building, as we knew prior to purchasing it, Paradise Shaved Ice doesn't fully use that entire north side of the space. So I think there's an opportunity there to keep them around, but make the footprint of that first floor space a little bit more usable for a single tenant. And maybe move Paradise Shaved Ice to maybe the Washington Street side or something like that. So we'll see what the applicants come up with. We will give an opportunity for applicants to have a walkthrough, a visual inspection assessment of the property on September 5th, 2023, between the hours of 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. So I will camp out over there and have doors unlocked and let people walk through the building. In the RFP, it does include that the commission may offer grant assistance for the preservation through its facade grant program. And also, as mentioned, the Boone EDC may offer their grant assistance as well, which is the 180 Makeover Matching Grant, which you'd all received a copy of. Happy to go over that in detail if you'd like me to. We will accept those. I said they will be due on October 10th, 2023. We will take them under consideration and review them and anticipate to make a decision at the November 13th, 2023 RDC meeting. In between when the bids are due and the announcement, I would like to have a special meeting with the RDCs where we can go over the applications together, kind of kicking around some different ideas on how to accomplish that, depending on how many proposals we get. Maybe invite the applicants in for 15-minute sessions, ask them some questions that will help make your decision easier as we make an award. So we'll start throwing out some dates late October to get something on the schedule for that, and we can kind of fine tune the details of what we want to see that night.
Perfect.
So what will be attached with the RFP is the legal description of the property, the grant resolution from the RDC, the grant information from the 180 Makeover, and the lease for the Paradise Shaved Ice. If you'd like me to give you a quick kind of update on where we are with facade budgets, I can do that tonight, or we can talk about that during the special meeting, where you all are at with what you have awarded for the 2018 program and where we are this year, if that would help make some of your decisions when we get down to the brass tacks part of it.
Yes.
A question, Mr. President, maybe this is for Tanya. Is our budget, the facade budget, on a fiscal or a calendar basis?
Calendar.
Calendar, so it's December 31st to, or January 1st. Okay, thank you.
I believe that'll be more pertinent at the special meeting
Okay.
itself,
Yep.
if the commission is good with that. Perfect.
That's the 30,000-foot view.
Love it. Any other questions for Derek? All right. Derek, first rule of shots fired at the public podium is remembering that she gets it after you
Yes,
tonight.
indeed.
So Claire may take advantage of that later.
Right. If you can't take it, don't dish it, right?
Correct. All right. So Derek, thank you so much for your work on this. Obviously, it's quite extensive. So I appreciate everything that you do, not only for for this commission, but just overall preservation downtown, so.
My pleasure.
And with that, I would entertain a motion to issue the RFP in regards to 124, 126 North Lebanon Street. I might put a recommendation of final, subject to final legal review, if we could, in that one.
I'll make that motion to go ahead and authorize the advertisement of RFP for the 124, 126 North Lebanon Street building, subject to the changes that Derek made there on the first page, as well as Rob's review before it becomes advertised.
Perfect.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor, please signify with an aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. That one does carry. Thank you very much. And on to the next item, Cedars of Lebanon Declaratory Resolution. And I believe we're going to have Ms. Claire Collett from the Boone Economic Development Corporation give us a little bit of background on this piece.
Yeah, Derek already introduced me, so I don't even need to say my name, do I? Just kidding. Claire Collette with the Boone EDC. I just wanted to provide you all with just a high-level overview of the development plan, just to give you additional context into this resolution sitting in front of you. So this property is approximately 115 acres along John Shaw Road. It's already currently designated as heavy industrial with rail access to, which is a really great asset to the community because 31 leads that we've seen come across our desk have requested rail access sites to be submitted. So it's really nice to have that in your community too. This proposed development plan will have multiple sites within the development. Parcel sizes will approximately range from 3 to about 27 acres, and 31% of the leads that we're seeing are requesting 11 to 50 acre sites. So again, it's good to have that mixed opportunity to submit for lead activity that we see, both from the state and also regional and local brokers too. One site is currently pending for sale, and the other site has a proposed cold storage facility of approximately 331,000 square feet. This will be a two-phase build-out plan. The first phase will include 2 spec buildings of approximately 154,000 square feet apiece. And 28% of the leads that we see are looking for buildings within that 100,000 to 250,000 square footage space. So really great activity looking for that square footage too. Their goal is to break ground as soon as all these public hearings have gone through. We've been working on this for a couple of years now, so hopefully we can get it out of the ground soon. And then phase 2 will include all of those interior parcels that I mentioned earlier. So like I said, it's really great for the city to have this development piece in your back pocket as we're seeing lead activity wanting both buildings and sites, and then also that rail access is really great asset too. So Greg is also here from Realty Link, and we're happy to answer any questions about the development. I will leave Rob to discuss any incentive pieces too.
Any questions for Claire while we have her at the podium? That side. Would it make sense? Do we need to read this one in?
We do. Yeah.
All right, so should we maybe read that in before we go too much farther?
Yep. Yeah, thank you, Mr. President, Commission. Essentially, this resolution 2023-09 amends the declaratory resolution for the Lebanon Consolidated Economic Development Area. We are removing parcels that are listed in Exhibit A from the original allocation area, and we're designating those as a separate allocation area, and then we're adopting a supplement to the consolidated plan, and all these are in Exhibits A and B. I'll hit the highlights on this. Again, this commission on July 11th, 1994, adopted Resolution 94-1, which established an economic development area known as the City of Lebanon Industrial Park Development Area. It also approved an economic development plan for that area. Thereafter, in 2008, this commission amended that declaratory resolution, which included, among other things, parcels listed in Exhibit A. On October 9th, 2017, the commission further amended the declaratory resolution and again consolidated several areas that were defined as the consolidated area as well as the consolidated plan. As I indicated a minute ago, this commission now desires to amend the declaratory resolution and consolidated plan to remove the parcels identified in Exhibit A, designate parcels identified on Exhibit A as a separate allocation area, and that's going to be defined as the Cedars at Lebanon allocation area, and it's going to adopt the supplement to the consolidated plan that's listed in Exhibit B. This commission has caused maps and plats being shown the boundaries of the consolidated area, as well as the various parcels and property streets that are going to be developed. Therefore, be it resolved that these 2023 amendments will promote significant opportunities for the gainful employment of the citizens of the city, to attract a major new business enterprise to the city and retain or expand a significant business enterprise existing in the boundaries of the city. The 2023 plan supplement for the consolidated plan cannot be achieved by the regulatory process or the ordinary operation of private enterprise without resort to the powers identified in Indiana Code. The Commission hereby finds and determines that the public health and welfare will be benefited by the accomplishment of the 2023 amendments. It will be a public utility and benefit to amend the declaratory resolution and consolidated plan as provided in the 2023 amendments, and to continue to develop the consolidated area, including the Cedars at Lebanon allocation area. The declaratory resolution and the consolidated plan as amended by this resolution and the 2023 plan supplement conform to the comprehensive plan of development for the city. These amendments are reasonable and appropriate when considered in relation to the declaratory resolution and consolidated plan. The findings and determinations set forth in this declaratory resolution and consolidated plan are hereby reaffirmed, and the Commission does not now propose to acquire any specific parcel of land or invest any land within the boundaries of the city's Cedars at Lebanon allocation area. These 2023 amendments are hereby approved in all respects. And then it goes on further to get into some of the detail that are a few more pages that I won't go, that you've been given, but I'm not going to read verbatim. The officers of the commission are directed to make any and all required filings with the Indiana Department of Local Government Finance, and the provisions of this resolution shall be subject in all respects to the act and any amendments thereto. And this resolution shall take effect immediately upon its adoption by this commission.
All right. Just a couple of legal words in there. Any questions from the commission? Additional details?
Did we have a number?
2023-09. So with that, then I would entertain a motion on resolution 2023-09.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2023-09.
Got a motion? Do we have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor, please signify with an aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, please, the same sign. That motion does carry. Awesome. Claire, thank you very much for the information this evening. I think this is another step forward in the utilities game that we play. So hopefully this is going to assist in some of that for the southern end of the city and more growth. With that, I believe that is all of our new business. I would entertain first a motion on our claims.
Make a motion to pay claims?
Got a motion to pay the claims. Do we have a second? And a second. All those in favor, please signify with an aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. That motion does carry. And the favorite of the evening, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor, please signify with an aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you very much, and we will see you at the September Lebanon Redevelopment Commission meeting.